Hey everyone, Hunter from Ron Cichlids here. Today I'm going to be doing our fourth new facility build out update video. I'm going to show you the progress we've made since the last video we did. If you haven't seen the other three videos or the other updates on the new facility property, I just made a playlist on our YouTube channel. So you can go to our channel, find the playlist. It should just be new facility updates. I think that's what I named it. But you can just click on that and you can look at all the videos about this building and the pond too. The last video I did was on the pond showing that and the outside of the building. So if you want to check out that, go to the playlist. But back to this, I'm going to show you the progress we've made since the last video Ron did a few weeks ago. So in my time, it's only been, I think, a week and a half since his video. But let me back up for a second. So in the last video, this row of vats was there, and this one was there, cut open, just nothing on them. So in this set, the bottom water was done, and nothing else you see was done. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the end first. So first thing we did after that video, we put up these goalposts. Ron built them, I painted them, got them up there, got the unistrut up there. The unistrut is up there to hold the 1-inch pipe. That was the best way we found to support the 1-inch pipe, the weight of it. If it was just air, we wouldn't need to support it, but with the weight of the water, we have to have something holding it. So instead of having wires and rope holding on to it, we can keep it straight with that unistrut. So that's up there attached to the goalposts. So I got the water line in, the bottom is the water line, and then the top is the air. So after I got that water line in, I started working on the air. So to this manifold right here, this row you just saw is connected to this manifold, this valve right here. So it goes up behind there. I'll go over here so you can see it. Up there, and then I got it going across. And then I got straps holding it down up there, but the first drop down right here comes down and goes into the feed right here. So I have a 4-way. So it comes down, meets that, splits, goes to each side for the top, and then goes down to a T, and that splits to T's in the bottom for each side. So the arrow go this way, capped off, same with the top. Same concept, goes to the end, capped off, and then it's going to go this way, and it's going to merge with the other drop down I have from that 2-inch pipe on the end. So I'll show you that. So right here, 90's down, and same thing, right there. We went with this concept because we think it does the best job of dividing up and equalizing the air and the pressure. I mean, that's the main thing, the pressure. So that's why we have 2-inch. So it goes from 2-inch from the manifold all the way up there. So if we went straight to 1-inch, it's going to put strain and stress on the blower, which is what runs all the air, which is one blower for each side. So air from that blower goes into that manifold. If you got too much constriction right off the bat at that manifold, it's going to put a lot of stress on that motor. So they'll last a long time if you plumb everything properly and you don't have too much closed-in air in the manifold. Like this, that manifold is going to run the left side over there, this one here, and then this one. And then I think we're still going to have to bleed off some air because if we had it completely closed and none bled off, be just too much pressure, I think. So you never want back pressure on a blower like that. But back to this. So yeah, I got all the air done, the 1-inch air done after the 2-inch was in place, and it's just capped off. So next step for this side is getting the drippers drilled. So most of the construction is pretty much done for this row. All that's left is drippers. So I've already got the spots marked, so I just got to come back, drill them, and then we'll put the drippers in there, and then we got to put the bulkheads in. They're gonna go on the side right here. So we'll drill a hole there. There'll be a bulkhead. It'll go down to a funny pipe sprinkler fitting, and then to the actual funny pipe material hose, and then it goes into that 3-inch drain right there. And that's gonna be the same for each one of these. So this is like 95% done, I'd say. The hard part's done, the rest is easy. And then, let's see, for this one, last video, only the vats were cut open. They weren't in place. I got them all scooted up, lined up, so it's somewhat straight going down. There's about a 4-foot walkway, I should mention here. I'm sure the video is deceiving how wide it actually is, but plenty of room to walk. 2 people can go walking down here. And then the main thing is when you're doing something like this, you got to think about in the future, whether it's 1 year or 10 years down the road, how you're going to replace stuff like these vats. If I got one that's having an issue, it's leaking, and I got to replace it, what I can do is just pull this whole thing out, and there's enough room in the walkway to drag the whole thing out, slide it out, whatever. Compared to if this was a 3-foot walkway, these vats wouldn't squeeze through them. We'd have to lift them up, and that'd be a nightmare. So, also, we try not to go too small in the walkways. I've been worked at farms where you've got a 2-foot or less walkway, and it is just claustrophobic to say the least. But back to this, got the stands put on first. We got they're all attached to them, so drilled and screwed in, so these don't move. Like these here, these 4 vats are all basically connected now. This won't move. So got that up. I got the 1-inch done for the vats on the bottom, and then I got the goalposts up. It's the last thing I've done so far over here, but goalposts up. I'm waiting on my next Home Depot trip to get more unistrut, more pipe and whatnot to finish this side. So I'll be working on that first row until then. But I got the water and air to this row started mostly. So I'll show you the air. I got the 2-inch all done. So it's already ready for the where the reducer is for the 1-inch. So once I got the tops done enough for the air, I'll be able to tie right into that. So I'll go back over here to the manifold. So that row is connected from to this valve right here. So same concept, goes behind there, out of the way, connect to the back, goes over and then up. And then because of where this row of vats was sitting and how these metal joist frames, whatever, come together, that was the best spot to put it. So it's not actually attached to anything up there. It's just propped into that little V, and it worked out pretty good, I'd say. Over there you can see I had to strap it down because it's just on a flat part. It can move left and right pretty easily. So here, it's locked in place. And I think I've got probably a solid 60 feet of that 2-inch pipe going to the end, so it's not moving. So right here is where it comes down for the first portion. Same with the other side, like that there, same concept. And then down there, same concept. Zoom's not working, here we go. I'll just show you real quick. Yep, same thing right here. Comes down, ready to go. So I can just put the 1-inch pipe right in there, just like over there, once I'm ready for it. Oh, I forgot, and I got the 3-inch done. Camera's not following. Come on. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. I forgot, I got the 3-inch done. So, the way I do this 3-inch is, I'll do it a few different ways, but I started down from the end to begin with and then worked my way this way. I got a little piece of wire in here that actually props up that 3-inch. That's how it's able to just sit up like that. So, yeah, one section at a time I would do it, get them locked in place, and then get that, camera's not following. Apologize for that. So yeah, one at a time, I was getting them in place. But yeah, that goes to the end. I zoomed in, that was the issue. My bad. But yeah, same thing. All these, just like the other side, it's just duplicated all of this. This is the concept we came up with from the other facility, and then we just improved on it a little bit more to save on supplies, less cutting, less fittings to save money. So there'll be, for each one of these 3-inch drains, there'll be 2 75s on each side and 2 vats on each side that go into it. So like this hole right here will have 4 drains going into it, same with the other side. And if I didn't mention before, these stands are to hold 75 gallons. So that row over there is gonna have 30. This one's gonna have 32. So yeah, the 3-inch pipe goes to the end. And I got it connected to where I left off on the other side. So right here, this isn't glued. So right here, this is all glued, goes to here. That's where it pops out the building. So I had that already done. I think Ron showed that in the last video, but the water from those systems over there merges, goes here, pops out, and then this one here, gonna be coming from the other way, merge there, and then go out. But I gotta put that drain in here soon, once I get more 3-inch pipe, but that's going to the pond, just a straight shot to it. I got the water line in place, done for this new set of vats here. I'll show you. So this one here goes to this left row. This one here is the water into the manifold. So this is coming from this 1.25 inch pipe, which is coming from the well, and that runs, it comes in back there, halfway down on the right side here, comes in, goes across here, comes up, and you see I have that teed off. That goes this way. I have a valve right here, temporarily closed so I can have water go into the pond through the manifold. But that right here is going to go this way into the other manifold. I won't be able to get that done until the rest of the 3-inch pipe is done, because that sets on the 3-inch pipe. But that's it right here. That's the 1.25 inch pipe. But back to the manifold. Next one. This goes to the that sprinkler outside, the spigot outside, and then also we may end up putting tanks back here. So right here, if I ever add tanks, I've got a valve here that I just glue a piece right into. Once the system for the tanks back here done, turn that valve and it's got water. I don't have to add anything new to tie it into the whole system. So that's ready to go if I ever do that. And then here, this goes to this set of vats here. That was already in place in the last video. And then here, no, wrong one. I got it mixed up. Here we go. So this goes outside. This goes to that first row. This goes to the second row. Yeah, so that comes down. So this is the one I'm talking about right now. That goes to the second row that we just started working on. Down, over, behind. That's above there. Goes across. 90 to a 45 down. Crossed, over, and then same thing as the other side goes up. So this is basically how the other row looked in the last video. So we'll be doing the same thing for this side, and then the next last row of vats and then the glass tanks that are going next to it are going to be a little differently, because we haven't really done that before, having a row of vats and then having a set of glass tanks butt up against them on their own rack. So that'll be a little different. I'll show that once we do that. But yeah, that is, I think that's about it. Let me see. And one last thing I want to show. Over here, I'll show. So this, I think Ron may have showed that, but that's a, that goes to the, to this, how do I say? So we have a lot of sponge filters. We clean them out. Instead of pumping that to the pond, I mentioned this in the last video, the pond video, but we don't want that pumped to the pond. So we have a ditch in our front front of our property. So I ran a 3/4 inch line that goes from the front of the building all the way across and back here. And I've got multiple spots where we'll be able to hook up a hose to. So when we do sponge filters, we pour it into a big garbage barrel that's got wheels, and then we pump it somewhere. The other property, we just pump it into a yard drain that goes to a extra ditch we have. It's going to be kind of the same concept here. Just in the building, we'll be connecting to that, and then that pump will pump it all the way to that to that ditch. But I'll show. I've got 2 more hookups right here. Yeah, one right here. So you can see back there. So you can see that's a T. Going to the right goes to where that other one was, and then going to the left goes to where the next hookup is, and then where it goes outside. So I'll show that real quick for anybody interested in that. But that's a little thing that people don't think about, but you got a 50 by 80 building. If you're in the back of the building and you're trying to pump wastewater out of the building into a ditch and not just have it pumped out in your yard, you got to have a pretty big network of pipe, or you have to have like 3 or 4 50-foot hoses. So right here is the next one, and then going to the left there. Yeah, right there you can see right there where that T is. It goes outside and then goes underground and then goes to the ditch. So we don't have to worry about that wastewater, that sponge filter water. It's just full of nutrients. We don't want it going to the pond. It's just not necessary when we have a ditch up front that can take it all. It's usually always dry, so it's a perfect place for it. But yeah, I think that's about it. I'll wrap it up. The next video will probably be in another 2 weeks. I'm gonna wait until this row looks like this, and then this row, when you see it next, all the drippers should be in place, installed, threaded in. All the bulkheads should be in. The 75 gallons, at least for this row, hopefully should be up. We just gotta move them over, paint them, get them up here, and then we gotta get the bulkheads for those done. It's gonna look the same as over here on top. That Y's down and then goes into the drain, but that's all really easy. It's just a matter of time at this point, getting the rest done. And then yeah, this next row should be, I think, 16 vats, and then it should be, I think, 40 gallons. I think it's 40 gallons on each row, and we're doing three rows, a rack that goes 3 high. So, but yeah, that is it. Maybe we'll already have started on that row by the time you see the next video, but if not, there'll be plenty more to show. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe too. Thanks.